Hello, this is Blue Goggles 77 or whatever. I don't remember right now. Today, well, today is Monday. It's raining. It's cold. Not so bad of a day. The reason I'm on here is because I want to try something new. I want to try reading something that I found online that I really didn't see. That, and just to test if I can. Today, I am going to read something from CreepyPasta from Wikipedia. It's by the name Shrek, Director's Cut. Before I go any further, people who are interested in listening, you can. For those of you who aren't interested, that's fine. For those of you who are interested in stuff that is extremely rated M, that's fine. If you don't care, listen at your own risk. This is called Shrek, Director's Cut. Let us begin back to the year of 2001. Remember Shrek? That film caused a lot of buzz, and I happen to be a big fan of it myself. It recently, and for some people I might stop and try to pronounce something, so sorry. It recently bequeathed my, It recently bequeathed my curiosity. There that was an unleashed and unrealized director's cut of the film. And as soon as I heard about it, I began a search for it. I tried contacting the people who worked on the film via emails or phone calls, but I never got a response, or I only got an answering machine. My last resort was contacting Andrew Adamson, the person who directed the film. I managed to get on a Skype interview with him, and I asked him general questions like, where did you get the idea for this film, and what did you think of the finished film, and whatnot. Lucky. So when I finally asked him about the director's cut, he just fell silent. I could see his face going pale. He proceeded to tell me, don't look at it. Just let the memory die. And he hung up the call right then. And I just sat at my desk confused. I went to bed. The next day, I tried emailing Mr. Adamson about the director's cut in an attempt to find out more. I managed to get a response, actually, 45 minutes later. The email said, just give me your address and I will send it to you. If you're sure you want to see it, then I guess I can't stop you. Beware. For the things you will see... For the things you will see will forever stay in your mind for the rest of your life. Okay? I was unaware if I really wanted to see the director's cut at this point, but hey, morbid curiosity got the best of me. So I sent back another email with my address and a thank you. About a week later, I received a package from Mr. Adamson. Mr. Adamson. Sorry. Mr. Adamson. It was the director's cut VHS tape. Strangely, it had the exact same design as the regular VHS tape. I didn't know that too well. I popped it in my VHS player. Yes, I still have one, and let it play. Oh, I wish I could take that back. The intro of the film was different. You know, where Shrek is reading the book. Well, the shot just stays there. It just froze on the book. It didn't move at all. You could even hear Shrek's voice. You couldn't even hear Shrek's voice. It was just total silence. After 6 minutes, the tape cut to the scene of Donkey and Shrek walking through the cornfield. Wow. This was pretty late in the film. Again, it was dead silence. It cut to static for about 5 minutes, but then again it was silent. The weird thing is that I could make out some sort of video in the static. It looked like Shrek standing over Donkey, and Shrek somehow tore open Donkey's chest and proceeded to eat his entrails. Okay, half of me says that I've seen that coming because Shrek's an ogre, and half of me is kind of saying, ew. Anyway, where was I? I nearly vomited, but after the video clip ended, the film cut to the scene where Shrek and Donkey are in the castle to rescue Fiona, but again, it was silent. When it got to the scene of Donkey sweet-talking the dragon, it once again cut to static. This time, there was no hidden video, thankfully, and it was just regular static. I would probably jump at that, I guess. It cut to the shot of Dragon watching Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey leave the castle, with Dragon sighing because Donkey left. However, the scene went no longer than I expected. Dragon went back to the castle, dipped her head in the lava, and proceeded to melt into nothing but a skeleton. No, I like her! This emotionally affected me, as Dragon is one of my favorite characters. She was mine as well before Fiona. Anyway, it cut to Shrek and Fiona at the chapel, when Farquaad orders his guards to kill Shrek and capture Fiona. The disturbing thing is, the scene just keeps going. The guards eventually kill Shrek by beheading him, and Fiona was taken back to the castle and thrown in the lava. I have no words to that. Instead of the credits rolling, there was a message saying, "The dead has risen." I'm not going to say this word because of my morals, but it's the opposite of God. I immediately ejected the tape. Threw it away. I think they meant to say, I immediately ejected the tape and threw it away. Unfortunately, my mind wasn't quick enough to think to destroy the tape, so it is still out there somewhere. If you ever see a VHS copy of Shrek, stay away from it. And there you have it. The CreepyPasta wiki thing for Shrek, director's cut. When I read this to my brother, he was just saying, "Oh my God!" But it's not that bad, since it's not that bad because it's not real. I mean, there are instances where you will find a VHS tape. Well, not that, but explain The Ring. Why couldn't the guy could just also, like in real life, burn that thing if that was real, I guess. I know I would. Although, it'd be pretty hard to find a place to burn it without causing a ruckus, especially where I live. Well, I'm gonna go do stuff and read some odd stories on the internet. Later.